Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
All of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never got in any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like, those are federal informants, like, you know.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
A key witness in a major Hollywood case disappeared without a trace. A comedian dropped cryptic clues that felt more like warnings. And now, a judge wants to see the raw tapes from his rehearsals. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is a tangled web of power, silence, and a man who turned stand-up comedy into a survival tool. Katt Williams may not be a defendant in the case, but he's now at the center of a story more twisted than any punchline he's ever told. Victim number 3 was never meant to be famous. Their identity was sealed, their testimony protected. But in a case involving accusations against a top Hollywood producer, 2 execs, and a network of unnamed facilitators, they were labeled the linchpin. Court documents suggested they held digital proof.
They did not know that he was recording them. I mean, when I read through that lawsuit, Rodney made it very clear that he had hidden cameras. And if you are a person like LeBron who says ain't no party like a Diddy party, you got Ashton Kutcher talking about what happens at Diddy parties stays at Diddy parties. And finally you learn via the press that actually Diddy has been collecting evidence on all of you and you don't know where those tapes are. That will buy your silence for quite some time because you're hoping that if you keep your head low, you're not going to be revealed as one of these people that was engaged in some of these acts, whether they were heterosexual or homosexual, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're just cheating on your wife and you don't want that to get out into the public. Maybe you were, as Katt Williams described it, in one of the rooms. He said you could just walk around the house. He said this on stage years ago, that you could walk around the house and you would see people engaged in various. And again, Katt Williams was someone who was dismissed as crazy and dismissed as a drug addict. And it turned out that, or it seems that if these allegations are proven to be true, and I believe they are, then he was telling the truth.
Text messages, audio recordings, GPS metadata that tied together more than a decade of alleged abuse and complicity. Prosecutors bet big on their testimony, but days before they were set to return for cross-examination, they vanished. 2 addresses, both empty, one furnished, one abandoned. A smashed laptop blinked on a kitchen counter, the screen cracked, the power light still on. Phone records showed a final call at 2:17 a.m. near the Ventura Freeway. CCTV footage caught their car merging onto the westbound ramp. Then, nothing. When the lawsuit was first filed, it barely made headlines. Just another sealed complaint buried under legal jargon. But once a Superior Court judge unsealed the documents, things changed. The allegations were horrifying. SA, at industry parties, hush contracts, anonymous facilitators, and insiders who made sure no one talked. The Los Angeles Sentinel ran an investigative series that exposed a troubling pattern, witnesses being silenced, pressured, or mysteriously retracting statements, but victim number 3 remained consistent, until they didn't. They were more than just another voice in the courtroom. Prosecutors believed their evidence would shatter the defense and connect every name on the docket, and that's when the pressure started. In the middle of a sold-out show in Inglewood, Katt Williams veered off script. He joked about Hollywood, sure, but then came a line that hit differently. Big money's got big shadows. The audience went silent, then roared. He wasn't naming names, but he didn't have to. Williams has always walked the edge between comedy and commentary. This time his jokes felt more like confessions. Fans turned theorists overnight, memes exploded, clips went viral. Suddenly, Katt wasn't just a comedian, he was a symbol for truth, for resistance, for danger. Then came the cryptic Instagram post, 3 minutes of somber reflection. No names mentioned, just a quiet plea. Stay loud, keep the flashlights on. Shortly after his Netflix special trailer dropped, legal teams on both sides went into panic mode. In the teaser, Williams' quips about ghost witnesses vanishing just when truth clocks in. Was it a coincidence? Or a coded message? The defense filed an emergency motion to restrict public comments. They claimed his remarks could taint the jury. But the judge, balancing First Amendment rights, refused a gag order. Williams wasn't a defendant. He wasn't even a witness, at least, not officially. Meanwhile, an investigative podcast titled Behind Closed Curtains dropped bombshells. An ex-chauffeur claimed he'd seen Williams outside the gated home of one of the accused. Dashcam footage was subpoenaed, then mysteriously disappeared. 72 hours later, victim number 3 was gone. The silence from law enforcement only fueled speculation. Was it a planned escape? Or had something gone horribly wrong? Drones were deployed. Cadaver dogs swept rural properties. A smartwatch, battery removed, was recovered near a disused well outside Santa Clarita. The witness's legal team confirmed it was theirs. Now the classification shifted from missing person to endangered witness. That opened the door to more resources. But it also meant the stakes had skyrocketed. Then came a flash drive. An anonymous source sent a drive to Insight magazine. It contained grainy surveillance footage of a figure resembling victim number 3, entering a Marina del Rey condo. That condo, owned by an offshore LLC, one with ties to a high-powered entertainment lawyer named in the civil complaint. The defense called it fake. Prosecutors called in a digital forensics team. The verdict footage metadata was clean, but identity couldn't be confirmed. Still, the question echoed everywhere. Was victim number 3 in hiding, paid off, protected? The trial crawled on. The judge, under mounting pressure, ordered Williams to surrender rehearsal footage from a specific night, after leaked emails hinted that his producer referenced sensitive material. Williams' lawyers pushed back hard, citing creative freedom, but the court prevailed. Now even his jokes were evidence. Williams continued to stir the pot, but never directly. A single X post showed a chessboard, queen piece missing, caption, "Play on." His fanbase launched a crowdfunded $150,000 reward for information. The sheriff's task force, now multi-jurisdictional, received over 200 tips in a week. One tip caught their attention. A person matching the missing witness description boarding a bus in the Mojave Desert, paid in cash. No ID, and left behind a brochure for a wellness retreat. Detectives followed the trail to a minimalist detox facility outside Las Vegas. Records showed a guest checked in under a fake name using a prepaid debit card linked to the same burner phone found in the Sunland backpack. The staff remembered one thing: the guests said they were clearing their head before a big decision. That same week, Katt Williams canceled all media appearances, except one. A closed-door meeting with California State Senator Regina Morales, a vocal advocate for expanding witness protection programs. When he exited the Capitol, reporters swarmed. He gave them 5 words: people first. The jokes can wait. As closing arguments loom and the courtroom braces for its next seismic moment, Katt Williams remains a wild card. Not a litigant, not a witness, but something far harder to control. A man with a microphone and a mind people can't ignore. His every move now feels deliberate. His jokes, once just entertainment, now echo like coded broadcasts. Each Instagram post, each late-night performance, fuels a fire the justice system can't quite extinguish. Because in an industry built on illusion, the loudest truth might just come from a man who makes people laugh for a living and cry when the lights go out.